Chioma remains my first wife, he replied firmly. Nenye, Somto, and Oluchi are my daughters. They will always have a place in this family. Those words only fueled Nkiru's bitterness. Years passed. Chibuzo grew into a tall, handsome young man. By then, 15 years had gone by. Everyone in Anam village believed Chibuzo was truly Ezedike's son. No one questioned it until one day, a stranger arrived in the village. The moment Nkiru saw him from a distance, the color drained from her face. She recognized him immediately. His name was Ikechukwu. Years before meeting Ezedike, he had been the man she truly loved. Before he left the village in search of work, they had secretly promised to marry. But after hearing that Ezedike wanted a second wife, greed entered Nkiru's heart. She abandoned Ikechukwu without selling him. Unknown to Ezedike, before Ikechukwu had left the village all those years ago, Nkiru had already become pregnant. The child she carried was never Ezedike's, it was Ikechukwu's. When Ikechukwu returned to Anam after 15 years and saw Chibuzo, he stopped in his track. The resemblance was undeniable. The young man's face looked exactly like his son. Unable to remain silent any longer, Ikechukwu demanded a meeting before the village elders. In the presence of Ezedike, Chioma, Nkiru, their children and the elders of Anam village, he revealed everything. At first, Nkiru denied every accusation, but as the elders questioned her, the weight of 15 years of lives became too heavy to carry. Finally, she broke down in tears and confessed. Silence fell over the gathering. Ezedike felt as though the ground had disappeared beneath his feet. For 15 years, he had celebrated another man's son as his own. He remembered every sacrifice he had made, the celebration, every gift, everything he has built around Chibuzo. All of it had been founded on a lie. The pain was unbearable. Nkiru was overwhelmed with shame. The elders condemned her betrayal and deceit. Ikechukwu accepted Chibuzo as his own biological son. But Chibuzo himself was devastated. The young man had already known Ezedike as his father. Now in a single day, everything he believed about his life had changed. Though heartbroken, Ezedike looked at Chibuzo and said quietly, "You may not carry my blood, but you are my son. For 15 years, I have carried you in my heart. None of this was your fault." At last, Ezedike turned to Chioma. Looking into the eyes of the woman who has stood faithfully beside him through every trial, he realized the mistake he has made. He has spent so many years chasing the son he never had. He failed to fully appreciate the priceless family he already possessed. With tears in his eyes, he asked for Chioma's forgiveness. Chioma, due to her gentle heart, she forgave him. Nenye, Somto, and Oluchi embraced their parents, and for the first time in many years, peace returned to Ezedike's household. From that day forward, Ezedike never again measured the worth of a child by gender. He treasured his daughters, loved them openly, and gave each of them an equal place in his heart. For he had learned that love, loyalty, and truth are worth far more than the son he had once desperately desired.